In Inside Out 2, we got a handful of new emotions, and in this video, we're going to rank all the old emotions and new emotions. So, let's begin. In C tier, we have Ennui. Now, Ennui in Inside Out 2 doesn't do a lot. I mean, Ennui is just normally on her phone, and so she doesn't really get her time to shine in the movie. And also, I feel like boredom is just like, okay, just a little bit like an emotion that I get that you feel it, but I feel like disgust already was boredom. So I feel like ennui is just a lesser version of disgust. Next, at the bottom of B tier, we have envy. Now, I feel like envy is a pretty good emotion, but I feel like she gets overshadowed by some of the other emotions, and sometimes I just feel like she's a sidekick to anxiety. But she is pretty funny, and she does have a cool scenes, actually a cool couple of scenes. And so, I mean, she's not all that bad. And so that's why she's in B, because she's good, but she's not like amazing. Next in B, we have embarrassment. You know, embarrassment is a pretty good emotion. He's nice, and he's just a good character. But I feel like since he doesn't talk, he doesn't really have a lot of time to shine. I mean, he is embarrassment. He doesn't want to be seen. And so it's a bit like, well, he's not really here that much, so we can't really comment. But he is really good at showing what he feels by not talking. I mean, it's really hard to do that in films because you have to have good facial expressions and just all of that. But, I mean, I think Pixar pulled it off pretty well. And so that's why embarrassment is in B. Because since he doesn't talk, he doesn't really have a lot of time to shine. But he still has pretty cool emotion. Next, at the bottom of A tier, we have disgust. Disgust is one of the original 5 emotions, and I think she's quite cool. But she doesn't get a lot of time to shine, which is true with all of these emotions. Because, I mean, she's really just a side character, but she still is pretty cool. And I like how sometimes she's not even really the disgust of, ooh, that's gross. Sometimes it's just like, Mum and Dad coming with us to school tomorrow? No way. I would say Anger is a pretty funny character. I like how he gets angry all the time, even if it's just a little thing like, okay, you can't have dessert. He's just like, nope, screw you, you all suck. How dare you? And I really think that he has the time to show more of his good side in the second one, which I think is pretty good because, as he says, you can't always just be the rage guy. Next, at the top of A tier, we have Fear. Fear is a pretty good character who has a lot of gags in the film. I mean, he's quite funny, and I think him and Anger make a pretty dynamic duo. And I really think that he is quite nice, and I like how they always show that he is scared, as he's scared of everything. And I feel like he's just really funny, but also he's just still a side character, and so that's why he's not an S. Now at the bottom of S tier, we have Anxiety. Anxiety is the leader of the new emotions, and you could even say she is sort of like the villain in the movie. And now I think she's really cool, and her character is really quite nice. I mean, they just pulled it off really well. And in that scene, when they're having that anxiety attack, that is just so cool. It just really shows how anxiety tries to take control of everything, but you can't do that. You can't control everything. But, I mean, she's not in both movies, and I feel like since she's not like one of the main emotions, that really just knocks her down a peg or two. Next, in second place, we have sadness. Sadness is one of the main emotions, along with joy, and she's just quite cool. I feel like she's just really funny. And, I mean, all of the scenes where she makes a joke, it's just really humorous. I mean, like, when she acts all depressed and when she goes, drag me in the first movie, she's so funny. And she's one of the main characters, so she does have a time to shine in both movies. Finally, in first place, we have joy. Joy is the main emotion in both films, so she has the time to shine. She's also really funny, and her arcs are really just quite interesting. I mean, she's just really quite cool. She is funny, she gets her time to shine, and everything that she does is just really just awesome. And so that is why she is the top emotion. Anyway, that is my tier list on all of the emotions. If you don't agree, then you have my permission to cry about it. But if you enjoyed the video, then please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.